Well, it's finally here. I need to crack a beer first.
I
did say to the boys I wasn't going to have a beer, but
excited.
I'm going to have a beer. Cheers.
Bro.
Cheers, Oscar.
Cheers, Oscar.
Hold up. Yeah, it's finally here. It's been a year, man. I've had this place for over a year and it's been in talks. And then even towards the end, all the boys were like, are you going to fucking do a podcast?
Has it been a
shit?
year?
It's been over a year that I've had this in the works. Because I went, this time last year I was in Bali and that's when I first got this place.
Yeah, okay.
Jeez, that's flying.
Bro. It's been fucked.
But
just the most... Yeah, I think it even feels surreal finally actually doing it. And now you anticipate a moment so much, and then when it comes to it, you're like, fuck, what do I even say, eh?
No, I feel that, bro, because I've been here since the moment you started, and this still feels like we're practicing. This doesn't feel real yet.
The amount of fucking random practices we did sitting on these couches.
The amount of nights we'd have beers, and it'd just be like, all right, let's just do a podcast, and it'd just be... it was fucked.
We'd be fucked up as well, and you'd just probably have me rambling on for ages, and I'm in my head like, right, I'm going to have guests on here. I've got to learn to actually give people time to fucking speak and to listen. But look, we were half gassed, and that's how it was. But I think I'll do a formal introduction to people that are watching and kind of speak to people that aren't even here. But this is the headquarters. This is 7-3. The headquarters, and it's a community podcast that I want to just share people that are doing sick shit within the community. People that I think need a platform, need a voice to help them grow, and then in return it grows and expands the community of 7-3. It can be from a range of anyone, like it doesn't just have to be hip-hop artists. Like I want to get people from a wide range of life perspectives on the podcast. Like I want it to be as diverse as possible. It's more of like a talk show essentially, but I want it to just be doing dope shit, getting dope people on, telling their story, promoting whatever the fuck they're doing. And in a very short, brief description, that is what the headquarters is, and it's sick to have. The reason I've got these two lads here as well with me now is they spent the most time up here and have fucking seen me go through, I reckon, about fucking 10 different changes within my life, like some fucked up shit to the good, the bad, the frustration, just the tough times that kind of life gives you. And these are the two lads that have seen it the most and been in here and seen some of the fucking hectic shit we've done in here before we've kind of officialised it in the podcast.
If the walls could talk.
Bro, if the walls could talk,
they wouldn't talk.
I'd be leaving the country, I reckon.
Yeah, I feel that.
Straight to Dubai.
But it's now happening. The podcast is real.
It's on. It's legitimate.
So you were saying that you wanted to have all different people on there. If you could have one person on here, who would it be? Anyone in the world, dead or alive.
First thing that came to my head, any person, obviously with my interest being in hip hop, rap, UK, especially, you guys know. First person, Dave.
I thought you were going to say Sench for a second.
Nah, Dave.
We all
Dave.
do. We always think he's going to talk about Sench.
I feel Central C, if he was on here, just be too like nonchalant, just for to say, I feel I've watched Dave for ages and whatnot, and I feel I'd be able to connect with him quite a lot. Like he's the only very few artists that I'll listen to their album from start to finish, and I'll be sitting there going through even fucking crying, bro, listening to this cut's album.
Yeah.
It's some raw shit, and I think his life story is pretty dope. So yeah, Dave, who would you pick if you could pick anyone to host on this pod?
The host, the RZA from Wu-Tang, bro.
Bro,
that cunt, when he talks, he just sounds like he is called the Abbot in Wu-Tang for a reason, but he is he just speaks so wise, he's this old man that works in a temple. He's 53. He's not that old, but he's a wise motherfucker. He's like a chess master and all that, actual qualified chess master and shit. And just his knowledge on philosophy, life, music production, everything is just so smart. And I just sort of just sit there and be like, sick, bro, sick.
Yeah, fuck.
I just nerd out too.
I think there's something where they're coming down to Hobart or some shit. I don't think that's public knowledge, and if it isn't,
it's not.
We'll bleep it out. It's probably not. We'll bleep out that whole conversation. But who would you have on?
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. My pick's not even a music pick, to be honest. So I'm going with an American. and he's a big time entrepreneur.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Gary
Start with
V,
G.
isn't he?
Start with
That's my boy Gary V.
I knew it.
Yeah, what's
He'd
up,
be
Gary?
sick though.
Why Gary?
I think just his perspective on life, business, marketing, branding is just so much further ahead than anybody else that I've heard speak out there. And I think that meshing that with what we do with music, with what people aspiring to do, creative things, that who would be listening to this show, I think he'd just provide the most value. So,
Oh yeah.
and I'd love to listen as well, and
I
be
like
able
that.
to pick and prod and ask questions.
He's pretty hectic though, eh? He's like intense.
Bro,
Yeah.
he
He's like-
seems so intense. Anything I've seen of him is just like, you're gonna do this, and if you're broke, just go sell newspapers and magazines. and
That's
if you're
kind
not
of his
doing
catch
that, you're
though, isn't it?
lazy
That
as
like,
fuck.
I
like-
think like that's like he has a very deep understanding of how he delivers and what he does. So like that's his attention grab, and then he pulls you in for the hook.
And
Yeah.
it works.
That's
He's
when you get
very
the real
well
shit.
known. So that's pretty good.
There you
Who's
go.
someone if they were dead? Who would you have someone that's dead on here?
First one that came to my head, XXX Tentacion.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, I used to
Interesting.
listen to a bit of his music back in the day, but that was just maybe I think I had a conversation recently about I did with fucking Ava about him. I don't know, but that's just the first thing. I think that'd be a really interesting thing, like his blow up. And then even if you could talk to someone and like imagine, I don't know, it's a weird concept, but if I could talk to him after he died to find out how he actually did, because there's all that shit coming out about Drake and stuff. And I know, have you seen that stuff?
Ah, yeah.
Well, he'd
But that's
probably
just the
tell you
first
it
that came to
was
my
Drake.
head. Like, I don't know.
But yeah,
What are you saying then? What would you go with?
that's a fucking hard one, man. All right, just for comedic value. Again, I'm going through a Wu-Tang thing at the moment again, man. I go ODB because he's fucking interesting to talk to. He's like
I don't even know
ruckus
who
and
the
wild.
fuck that is, bro.
Yeah, me neither. I can't lie to you.
We're sitting here like, yeah, fucking know.
What?
Bro, I don't know. You know
You don't
that
know
I-
who Old Dirty Bastard is?
No.
He's like a key figure in old hip hop in the 90s, man. He's like wild and ruckus, but he's also really smart. Like, you know, shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yo. Give me the
Oh,
mic so I
yeah,
can take it
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Oh,
Wait, is
baby,
he
I
that
like
big?
it raw. He's
Is-
not big, no.
Nah,
He's got like all the spiky dreads and shit.
Yeah, right. No, don't know this boss man, but
Yeah, well,
he's on.
he's on
He's
the
on there.
podcast.
What are you saying, Oscar?
I don't even know. I might echo with what you said and go Juice.
Yeah, that'd be
Juice,
hard.
oh, yeah.
That'd be hard.
I think like very similar, quick blow up. And then also like the one thing that, you know, has kind of been a part of Tassie's history in terms of like global hip hop was having him down here for Falls. And
True.
that's something that I regret not seeing with my
I didn't
own
even
two
go.
eyes.
I don't know if I was. What year was that?
2018.
I don't know. I
I
still
went
haven't
back
been to a
2018.
Falls, to be
I
honest.
think I saw him. Fuck those. I was probably fucked up and just forgot, man.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I think I was there then.
2018.
Yeah, I was. I was there for my 18th, but yeah, fuck, I don't remember actually seeing him, bro. R.I.P. the Don. Yeah, fucking no. That did spark an idea in my head, kind of to shift it back. Oh, I guess we are kind of talking about the podcast and whatnot. But what were like the highlights for you guys, apart from doing this, because you've been around the most of like this space? Like, what would you say? Like, what are just some moments that like shone out to you? Like, I don't know, for me, it was like, I remember coming back from Bali and painting the wall with Tim. Shout out fucking Tim. He'll be watching this. Painting the walls with that. And then like, I don't know, that's like the first step of like making it this space.
Yeah.
Because the walls used to be fucking pink, man. We'll shoot up some photos. They'll be now. It even feels funny saying that. It's like that fucking cunt out of Joe Rogan. He gets him to put
Yeah.
up shit. Dane, chuck him up, mate. Of what it used to look like, and it was pretty fucking
It looked
haggard.
hideous.
Yeah, there was a lot of time, but I think I just remember that feeling, and that was also reflecting back has been a feeling of like that was fucking a year ago, and that's been like a feeling of frustration in a way, because I just been like, fuck, I've had this idea in my mind for so long, but like this has been the biggest project that I've ever done, so it makes sense anyway. But I don't know, what are you guys saying with
So
that
those are
one?
like biggest memories or like monumental
Anything, bro.
moments.
Even
All
if
right.
it's cooked as we
Nah,
can just
we won't
We'll
bleep
bleep it
cook
out if
shit.
it's
We're
too
not- no, I
far.
don't want to bleep shit out. But honestly, I just think just the progression of all our friends through being here, man. Like this
yeah.
became a hub
Word.
for our friendship group. Like our friendship group is fucking tight. Like we're inseparable, fucking family forever. And I think just you're a very inspirational and influential bloke to all of us. And then just creating this space, everyone's headspace has just started to become way more hungry and driven,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
seeing how it hit all of us. Like even the people that were doing serious shit already, you know, like Grace and Lockie and all that, all doing stuff. We all just started shifting like, nah, there is no limit. This was like this was a shithole 3 months ago, and now we're up here doing this. And then it just became a hub, you know, before gigs, after studio. We go for a little business dinner sort of thing where we'd all just talk shop and talk about what we're gonna do. Yeah, we'd have some beers. There might have been some
Fuck, I know we had some beers, lad.
debaucherous times, but like it was a hub for just like we're gonna grow, and this is the starting point, and we just come here, congregate, laugh, cry, yell, grind, 100%. And I think that's what this space has been for me so far. Just a monumental motivation.
Yeah, 100, bro.
Monumental motivation.
Yeah.
No, that basically describes what I was going to say as well. I was going to say community, because you're right. It feels like this space has tied together all the loose ends, all the dead ends that used to be in place after gigs and going out and whatnot, and just allowed us to all kind of grow in the same place and keep the same energy together, which I think, like, especially in Hobart, it's, you know, it's not easy to put yourself out there and find those people. Like, it just sometimes feels like there's a barrier to entry. And I know before, like, I got involved in the music community, like, it did seem like I didn't even know THC existed. I didn't know that there were people shooting music videos, making music. So I think just having a more streamlined place in a single location for that to grow and flourish has just been, as you said, monumental.
And I think the crazy thing is that's only just like, this place is going to grow now fucking 50 times from that, man. Like, because now, like, we're actually gonna be able to put out what we're doing here, and like what, like, the work that's been gone in. That has been one of the hardest things for me. Like, definitely fighting that ego. And I won't lie, like, you see people like posting stuff and being really active, and I'm all for it. But then I reflect on myself. I'm like, fuck, like, I need to be posting shit, like, and having that frustration of sitting in this room after I invested, like, financially a fuckload, my time, my patience, and all that. That was one of the hardest things, bro. Like, sitting there and not being able to show people the sick shit that we've been doing, or that, like, we have, like, planned, you know?
Definitely. I think that's just a common pressure for a lot of people in our age bracket in general, you know? Like, you see people posting all this stuff and you're like, fuck, I need to be doing that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Whether you're a creative or not, you know? Just like, gotta keep doing it, and you just gotta, like, have that patience. It's so hard because it's such a fast-paced world now,
and we only see it on socials. Insta and stuff. It's all like the highlights of people's shit, you know.
Like, and, you know, taking it back to creative stuff, these motherfuckers might have had that banked up for 2 years, but now they're just rolling out, and you're like, whoa, this dude's been grinding so hard. He's dropping a song every week. He's not making a song every day. And you got to remember too, like, these guys that are in our feeds, they've got big teams behind them.
Yeah.
They've got other people working for them.
Yeah.
So most of the time, like, we're doing this shit ourselves. I know Kiz has put his fucking life on hold to do most of the shit up here. And if you saw what that was like for him, then maybe you'd be able to grasp it, but you don't, because it's all behind a screen. It's filtered. You only see the finished product. So I think, like, one thing which we all battle with is failure, and trying to navigate that as creatives, because we're so ambitious and we aspire to so much, but so little of it actually, you know, comes to fruition. But it's the process that you really need to value. Otherwise, you just get entangled in it and taken down.
Yeah, it's like what I posted about the other day. Like, I've had to learn to love the fucking process of it. And that once you're in that, like, even today, like, I was driving around doing bits and bobs for, like, the shoots that we've got this weekend and stuff. And that feeling when you've, like, that's the fucking high. Like, you're doing all this shit. Once you've kind of done it, it's done, and then you're thinking about the next thing. Like, honestly, once you drop that song and you've done your, like, release or whatever, once that's done, you're like, fuck, all right, what's next? But as you're doing it, and you'll have these little, like, fucking moments, and you're just like, fuck yes, like, I've planned and wanted to do this for so long. Now I'm in the motion of it. That's the funnest bit. That's where I definitely find the most joy. Like, once you actually do it, once it's done, it's like sick. But let's be real, like, I'd barely go back and, like, watch my music. Like, I do sometimes, but, like, I barely go back and actually, I should. We should more. Reflect back on, like, the work we've done, but, like, we don't. And I think, like, with society now, it's just like one thing, this, and we're just, like, in this constant fucking race
and trying to, like, keep up with each other, right? Because, like, we're young, we're men, we're competitive, so it's just, it's natural. And no one's really telling you no, you know what I mean? You spend so much of your time by yourself. So, I mean, we have all these ideologies of pushing ourselves and trying to be something much bigger than just ourselves as individuals. So it's a hard balance, and just got to keep working
Instead of just trusting the process, love the process, because I do agree. It's doing it, and the end, you're just like, all right, I'm done. sick, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like this EP
honestly,
I'm working
you
on,
like
bro.
get that post nut clarity from from
Creative
finishing
post-nut
like
clarity.
a creative piece. You do, because at the end you're like, all right, that's done. Like,
Can we call, can this be the name of the podcast? Creative post nut clarity.
Yeah, it's a thing, bro. It's a thing. Creative post nut clarity. I think that that's the beauty of this space, is that it can constantly create. Like, it has the ability and constantly capture new stories, constantly capture new ideas. Like, it's like a fucking, like a never ending, like, sort of creative machine in a sense. Like, we can have so many different stories sitting on this couch, you know what I mean? Like, that's what excites me about it. Like, I don't really think I'm going to hit a stage where I'm like, I'm bored of this. Like, you know, I'm never going to fucking podcast and host every single person in the world, and that's what excites me, because there's just gonna be unlimited fucking things to hear, conversation to had, content for people to consume. Like, it's fucking sick when you think of it like that.
For sure. And I think, like, maybe you can speak to this more from your view, but I think anyone coming into this space, not only does it represent a creative ambition and something that's come to life, but it also represents the story of someone who had an idea and actually went out and executed on it.
Yeah.
Which I think is so rare, especially at this sort of scale. So being around that energy and being surrounded by people who are doing that, it's inspiring, and it's going to keep pushing the people who end up doing similar things or are able to be involved in the space, and the things that you're building with 7-3 can be a part of. So maybe you can speak to that process and how that's been from your view.
I think for me, I just hate being that person that says they're going to do something and just doesn't do it. Like, I take it like a massive thing on, like, my fucking ego, I guess. Like, I don't want to be known for that person that had all these ideas and never pull through on it, like, in a sense. Is that what you mean? And, like, in a way, like, and being being that person that can then inspire others, that's just like an add-on. Like, I think it is really personal to me. And obviously I want to create a space that brings other people in, but it's like I need to follow up with my ideas, and then people feeling inspired and have a safe place to speak their fucking mind or say whatever. That's kind of just like a bonus on it. It's like a real big, and maybe at times I hold that too heavy on my shoulders, and I'm just like, fuck, I have to follow through with this now. I've said it. I have to sacrifice this. I have to shift this. I have to do this because I said I'm going to do it. And because sometimes stuff does just have a natural occurrence. You know what I mean? That naturally it will fucking occur. The same amount of pressure you're putting on yourself to do it, the natural occurrence, it's still going to fucking happen. That's my, like, kind of...
I think making sure it happens, though, is healthy, though.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you want
following up,
something, do it, you know what I mean? Because even if you don't like it, that's okay. You're not going to like every idea that you commit to. Like, you might come to that end, get your creative post-nut clarity, and then just be like, that was trash.
That's a thing now. I've never heard someone say that.
It's a thing. But, you know, that idea of just, I've got to do it. It can be stressful, but it is admirable, because a lot of people just say they're going to do something and don't do it.
Yeah,
and then they just sit there and go, I could have done this back in the day, but, you know, life got in the way, got a missus, had kids, broke me leg, twisted me arm, blah, blah, blah. Get it done. I think that's what makes our friends special too, though. Our friendship group are doers in whatever they do. Like you, when you did your Instagram reels, like, every day, I'd sit there and be like, how the fuck can you be bothered doing a track every day, recording it, mixing it, and making a video, and then being just as happy every day about posting it? You probably weren't just as happy every day.
No, that shit killed me.
But, you know, like,
that shit was fucked.
We're doers, you know what I mean? Like, Lockie putting out the Apple Isle Style album and shit, you know, like, that was a massive feat, and it had to be done by a certain time, and by the time it came out, you know what I mean? And fuck, gotta do all this so I can make enough money to pay off the other deposit of the records.
Yeah.
And we're like, bro, you are not sleeping, you're not resting properly, like, you're how the fuck are you gonna come out with 8K out of your ass in a month? So it's just like, well, I'm gonna do fucking 5 videos a day.
He fucking did it. And he did it legally. There you go.
I hope.
But yeah, legit, I think it is sick being around people like that. I wasn't always around people like that, though.
Neither.
Fuck no. Like, back in, like, always shout out to my, like, OG lads, but back in the day, like, we were just doing fuck all, you know, like, we were
bro.
legit, when I was younger, we were just smoking cones, doing nothing, no ambition, no drive. I think, yeah, when you're young, I guess there's a bit of leeway with that sort of stuff. But also growing up like that, and not to say I had nothing or any of that sort of stuff, but also growing up with not that kind of role models around me is what made me a bit hungrier to be that. I think I always have been an ambitious person. When I was younger and going through, life, you sometimes don't see certain aspects of yourself as well. But having those people around is what wanted to drive me further to be someone like that, Like even in the
motivation.
work.
Flip the switch though, because obviously there was a moment where you decided that you were
Oh
hungry.
fuck yeah, bro! When I moved down here, when I was 18, I was living. You guys have fucking heard the yarns heaps, but like living up in Devonport, couch surfing, fucking like housing commission, whatever the fuck they put you on when you're young and you can't afford a house. Like, is it like housing commission sort of?
It's like youth housing
sort of stuff.
thing, yeah.
And I just got sick of it, bro. I was just like, this is fucking shit. I'm going nowhere. I was working in a fucking abattoir at a meat packing factory.
Slashing pigs by the throat.
Dang, I didn't even know that.
Did you?
No,
Yeah,
I did
bro.
not know that.
I was,
He killed
and that,
pigs for
that
money.
is definitely
Damn.
where I was working there, and I just remember every day at work I was like either trying to leave early or leave and like put my fucking resume at other places because I just fucking hated it there. Like shout out to the lads that can fucking do that shit. I knew that I was like 17, or 17 or 18. I just needed more and I needed to change. Like I'd just been living in fucking Devonport for so long, going around in circles, just like doing nothing. And like I came back and moved in with family, and that's definitely like moving down here. But when I did that, I wasn't even like making music. 7-3 hadn't even come to an idea yet. Probably about a year later when I moved back is when I wrote that thing on the notepad. I'll shoot that up as well. The first ever time I wrote it down. It's back in, I don't know the dates on the photo. But yeah, that was the switch for me. I just got fucking sick of it. But that took 2018 to now, 2024 to get here.
Yeah.
So
that's it. That speaks to the patience, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still crazy you did that at a young age, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people take a lot longer. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, here's the thing, like everyone has their time and there's no, that's what, going back to what we're talking about pressures and pressures we put on ourselves, and it can be like a toxic snowball. It's, you don't need to put that pressure on yourself, and a lot of this stuff comes naturally. And if you see it happening for other people and it's not happening for yourself, then you don't need to beat yourself up for it. Like your time will come and things will fall into place as they're meant to. But it's just about making the correct key decision.
I also think that if you just continue to do something, like, fucking hell, burp. If you continue to do something, eventually it's gonna like hit. If you're actually doing it right, like, you know what I mean, like not just half-assing. If you're putting fucking everything you can into what you're doing, and you'll know that. You'll know. You'll know if you could have done more. Like you'll know if you're literally putting as much as you fucking can. That doesn't mean like putting fuckloads of money into it or all of that. Like you might work, because I work fucking heaps. I still work a job. And so I just know that my free time of what I have, and I put as much as I fucking can into this. And I know that I am putting everything I can. It doesn't mean fucking literally everything. Like I'm selling everything I own. You know what I mean?
But you're doing the best you can.
You're just putting as much. And my whole thing is that it will fucking hit. Eventually, I just keep doing it, if anyone just keeps doing it, you put them as much as you can in, it will fucking hit. It's impossible for nothing to happen. It's fucking possible for nothing to happen.
Bro.
So like I think, yeah, that's the fucking wrap on that sort of thing. And that's how essentially that mindset and just a few of those things were like massive stepping stones to like getting here and fucking being in this space. And yeah, it's pretty fucking dope.
It's
7-3.
7-3.
It's happening.
There's something else that is dope.
Oh yeah.
The teas, lad. I'm
Fresh
fucking
gums.
proud of him, bro. I can't lie.
Some
can't
weird
lie.
cunt gave me this t-shirt and I thought I'd put it on.
Yeah, bro. Fucking oath. They're nice though. I'm hella
nice.
fucking happy.
I like the metal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
You
when
need a
people
wash bag.
wash bag.
Fancy.
The people that are
Copper
watching this
wash
that
bag,
do have
bro.
one of these teas or are about to get one, wash it in a wash bag. It's got fucking, I don't know if you can even see that, but a metal tag on it, you'll see, and like all the promo will be out by the time this launches. So, but these shirts took me technically a year to make.
What do they represent? Is there any?
Well, yeah, that's a fucking sick question. I like that. They represent. No, they no, I think because it's
We got
good.
him.
It represents like one, the aesthetic of what I want to go with the brand. When I first started making it, like there was, you know, I was kind of just like doing whatever. You're still laughing, God. I was just kind of doing whatever, and I was just like, I'd see, you know, a graphic tee and be like, oh yeah, I want to make a graphic tee, or I'd see like just random shit. The brand didn't really have an identity in like how it kind of looked, but now, especially now, like I can call this is the fucking rebrand of 7-3. It's like clean aesthetic, fucking everyday, but like essential wear. Like it's nice quality. It's it can be, you can wear it with anything. You can wear it if you fuck with the hip hop, and you can wear it if you fuck with just nice clothes. You know what I mean?
No, that stands out straight away. It feels premium. It's very fashionable.
Bro, it's one of my best quality t-shirts I own.
Like, and these boys, they ain't even bigging it up, mate. Trust, like these fucking tees, bro.
These t-shirts are the best t-shirts. You want a good t-shirt? You want to feel good? You want to feel warm? You're sick of thin shirts?
We've
come to 7-3. Let's go, baby. Cop the drop. It's even got a metal tag.
Yeah, that's the finesse, bro.
There you go. I picked it up now.
Yeah, thank you for that, bro. We'll
That's
chop that
right.
up, put it into
Can
like
we just
a little...
use that for the shoot?
Yeah,
I'll stay home tomorrow night. I just want to stay home tomorrow night, play PlayStation. I've done your ad.
But that's that metal tag. Fuck, mate. You already know about. I don't know if putting that. So what I did with the manufacturing of these t-shirts, I ordered the cotton woven tag separately. I ordered this little metal tag separately. I ordered the t-shirt and the printing. They got done in Australia by like my crew. And then I ordered the bag separately. So there was like heaps of fucking parts to this drop. It didn't all just come as one. So they all come separate. And then when I got the t-shirts, they already had the tag on it and stuff, and the bags came as well. But then the metal tag, like trying to put it on, I spent fucking 2 days, man, going to every single tool shop, machinery shop, trying to figure out this fucking little... whatever it was called.
It's a little press. Bro, I checked my phone. I have 5 missed calls, a message on every social media I have. I literally just had Snapchats to talk to this cunt. Snapchat, Instagram, Messenger, text. And he's just like, call me now, bruv. And then I've like looked at my phone, and then it starts ringing again. I'm like, fuck, Kiz is like dead or some shit, but he's calling me. But what the fuck's going on? I answered. He goes, check your messages, look at the video, and it's like this lady banging on something. He's like, do you know where to get one of these? I'm
we'll
like,
play the video.
Do you know any builders? And I'm like, yeah, I know builders. Why? He goes, I need one of these. I'm like, try mallet. And he's like, mallet's not gonna fucking work. It needs to work beautiful.
I was vexed, bro.
He was so pissed off. Guess what he used?
Pissed.
A mallet.
I used the mallet, and it fucking worked essentially. It took like 2 days to fuck around. We had to completely reschedule this shoot because
Is that
of
why it got rescheduled?
Yes, bro. Because
Poor Dane, poor us.
This guy messages me, yeah, I'm going to call you and explain why this shoot didn't go ahead tomorrow.
At least he explains it to you. I messaged him
think I
going,
did,
do we
you know?
still have the shoot tomorrow? He goes, nah, it's off. I'm like, sick. I took the day off work.
I was just like, are you
Give us an
okay? Like,
update
is anything,
earlier.
I was like, is anything serious happened? Are you good?
Did I
No,
tell
he
you?
never got
mallet.
Oh, fucking hell.
Needed
No,
a
I
mallet.
think I just needed to explain, because if I put it in text typing, it's like, yeah, okay, so we're not doing the shoot tomorrow because I can't get this little like metal thing onto the It just sounds like, what the fuck? But if I can actually
It'd
explain
make more
it
sense
out,
than no explanation.
I suppose so. But what I'm trying to say is they were an absolute fucker to put on. Got them on, sat up here for 2 days with me missus, and we fucking smashed through them. And then they were done.
Just me and me missus on the tools for 2 days straight.
It was actually fucked. It took a lot longer than I'd thought. And I think when I'm going to get them done again, I don't know if I'll do it by hand or just have a few more people or some shit. But there was, that's one thing as I was doing it that I wanted to talk about is, I think a really sick thing about this brand is every fucking thing that is done. So not like a big brand where you've got like the dude lead in marketing, you've got the dude that works in the factory that packages them. This is all done by like me and my fucking like the team, the fucking crew. Like it's all done by fucking us. We don't like have, you know what I mean? Like the videography, obviously we got lads that kind of come in and do that sort of stuff.
Hey, Dane's part of the crew, bro. Come now.
But it's sick. I don't know. I think that's a really cool thing that like the person that owns the brand is the one sitting there packaging it up.
Yeah.
And obviously
No,
I
that is
do
dope.
understand that, you know, I hope that my brand fucking goes big and that one day I'm not going to be able to sit there and package up fucking 1,000 t-shirts. I'm just not going to I'm going to have to outsource. I know there's a reason why people do that, but it's a cool feeling being obviously someone that's doing it. But if I was like supporting a brand, that would be something where I'd be like, that's dope. They're making sick shit, and the dude running it is the fucking dude packaging it and then going down to Ozpost to send them off.
Yeah.
No, it is cool, bro. And when they do the documentary on you, we'll be able to talk about that even more. Do you film it so that way it can be in the documentary in the future? Like
documentary.
20 years ago when we weren't a designer label in France, we were just sitting in Hobart packing t-shirts, me and me missus on the mallet. Bang!
It's an origin story right there.
That is an origin story and a half, baby.
Yeah, legit. It's cool reflecting back on that, man. I remember like back at my old place out King O, having to fucking be there. I'm like just folding everything up on an ironing board. And that's the one big thing I try to change with this drop is like all the t-shirts were folded a certain way. They're all the exact same. Back in the day, I was just fucking folding them up. Didn't know what the fuck
was
to
that
do.
Ava's folding skills or yours?
It was. She came up with the idea. Shout out Ava. She killed that shit. But I just didn't. I think back in the day, I kind of like started off the brand. Obviously, I don't know. I think I was 20. Wasn't used to like doing something and then you sell it out and then you kind of got all this money and I just didn't really know what the fuck to do. I think the first time I sold out of a drop, obviously it was only like 50 or something fucking jumpers, but I fucked off to Melbourne, spent like heaps on all this drip and fucking Palm Angel shit over in Melbourne.
Is that how you got the $400 t-shirt?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Sold 50 shirts, bought a $400 shirt. Good trade.
But I think I just didn't have any like, there wasn't much of a fucking plan. Like it was just like, I was just kind of like, mate, but that's how you kind of learn. Everyone's like, how do you do shit? What do you do? It's like, just fucking do it and you'll figure it out. Honestly, that's the fucking truth because you find your own recipe in your own life.
That's the best advice. That is the best advice.
Just fucking do it. Talk to you.
Bro.
Like I was talking to my homies. I was talking to like lads that were running other brands and this and that. And like they were telling me, you know, X, Y, Z. But at the end of the day, like I was just doing my own thing. And that's what I've always done. Like I've never been like fucking bought a course and was like, okay, this is what I do. Like,
that's how we do it with the shows, bro.
Yeah.
Like putting on the hip hop gigs in Hobart, man, like just doing heaps of shit gigs as well. Gigs where I did not get paid at all.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night.
These motherfuckers still owe me money.
Pay up.
Pay up, boy. I'm still waiting. But no, like people just putting on terribly run gigs, having terrible promoters. And then when you start doing it, you realize, there is a learning curve. Maybe these cunts were in their learning curve and I was just part of their learning. But you just got to figure it out. Like, you sell all these tickets and you're like, fuck, I'm holding like 3K from this show. We going out to dinner, baby.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I got to pay everyone.
Yeah.
Got to pay sound guy. Got to do this, got to do that. And I need money to put on the next show. I got $50 now.
100, but
then you learn about ticketing prices and all that, and same as you'd have with clothes and all that. You know, there's the 7-3 shows and shit. You know what I mean? You learn how to budget, how to do business.
You step back from the money once you start. Like the money doesn't even with this drop. This is the first drop I've done where I don't give a fuck about the money.
Yeah,
like I actually,
you learn how to care about the products too.
I want people to be wearing my shit. You know what I mean? Like I just want it fucking out there. Like the money's just going to go back into this. Like I honestly don't give a fuck about it. I see it as like a massive investment now. Not where I'm sitting there like, rightio, like if I sell, like not always aiming to sell out either. Like when I've budgeted this drop, I've budgeted it at 60% sellout, which is achievable. You know, we've sold out of every single drop. So I'm not sitting there putting that pressure on myself like, got to sell out, got to make the money. It's like, no, push the brand, fucking clean promotion, good content, sick people involved, push it authentically and just let it engage with people how it fucking does. And that's where the shift of this brand is going to go. I feel it will shift up like quite drastically with me having that approach. You know what I mean? Instead of being so like, because I fucking was back in the day, bro. I was like, I need to sell out, and I'm there like messaging people like, oh yeah, I've got fucking, you know, hustling, but you don't need you can't like hustle and just like push down people's throats.
No,
like,
I think people need to listen to that more though. You know what I mean? If money's your end goal and that's what you're like, you've made something and you might be passionate about it. You might, possibly, you could fully be, but if your like goal once it's done is money, it's gonna go to shit. Yeah, because people aren't stupid.
Because you're not gonna keep going when your
no
when your
way.
heart's not in it and it gets tough.
Good product makes money. And yeah, we all want to be comfortable. We all want to make money. Like we're all gonna be sitting on a yacht one day, sipping margaritas. Woohoo!
We are.
But we are. No, we are.
I still got that mentality,
we
right?
are. But of good product, you know what I mean? That we're actually passionate about. You can't do shit stuff and be like, all right, this is the easiest way to make money. I'm gonna short out on this thing. Like, you know, you could not have put this on and still made money, but you have attention to detail. It's got to be a good product, and that's what people gravitate towards. And it's like, all right, this is a cool thing to wear. As you said before, this is a sick brand. The dude packaged it himself.
Yeah,
He's funding this out of like working a day job right now. He's not living off these shirts. He's living off a job. He just wants to make good clothes. I'm going to gravitate towards this.
Yeah.
If you just get this shit shirt, you're like, yeah, sick, it was cool drop, supported my friend, but like
That's what I feel
gums are
people did
shit.
back in the day, lad. And even looking back on some of my shit back then, I was like, fuck, the embroidery for that was shit. Like, there's so many jobs where I'm just like, I don't even fuck with that now. Obviously, my style's changed, my fit's changed, like how I like to wear my clothes. But like, there's heaps where I was like, I just rushed that to try and just like profit. And it fucking showed. Like, I wasn't like, if you're sitting back and you're not happy with your work, like there's no more of a disheartening feeling when you just know you did that just to like gain like a profitable thing. That's what I feel like you were saying before. Like it'll fucking show like when people are, because at the end they'll just burn out. Like they won't have anything to fucking give if they're just trying to like constantly grab money and stuff. Like you see all the brands that do that. I've seen fuckloads. They start up, they might have like be well known within the community that they're in, sell out first drop, then try to do it again, and it's just like they're not engaging. They're not. It's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People don't fucking want to wear that shit.
No, fuck no.
No.
That doesn't, because when you have a brand, people only put it on them because they want the values that the brand holds.
Mm,
And what the
100.
Straight
people
up.
that are running the brand, the things that they're doing, that's an embodiment of what the end person that wears your product's gonna.
100.
It becomes part of
Exactly.
your identity, and you don't want a shit identity, do you? So yeah.
I think that's massive, and that part as well of fashion and wearing brands and all that stuff is like subjective to the wearer and how they perceive like whatever they feel like. Obviously, you know, like I like me fucking clothes, like I like certain types of brands because either like I've seen someone else wear it that I fuck with, or like I'm like, oh, that cut's really. Now I'm definitely getting into more of like the cut, the quality. Like there is some nice high end brands, but not just wearing it because it's just like X brand. We ain't promoting other brands on this fucking thing. But like wearing it because it's a good cut, or like it's even cool like to connect with like local brands and that stuff. I have seen a few within Hobart that I'll definitely get on the, and that's
Would
another
you
thing.
shout
Like,
them out, or are we really not promoting other brands?
no, we will. I just don't. There's one other brand, and I just don't know the dude personally, but I've seen. I won't say who it is because I don't know him personally, but I've seen his brand. I think his content's real cool, and that's another
Sick.
thing. Like 7-3, even though we make tees, and I want to really actually punch in on the clothing, I wouldn't give a fuck about getting another clothing dude on here because I don't really see it as a competition. Like. It really, you know what I mean? You might be in the same lane,
No, it
but
shouldn't
in
be.
all honesty, like what 7-3 is, it is quite like fucking different. Like it isn't like your regular clothing label. Like it is very different. So I don't really see anyone doing the same thing as I am here
More
in this
success
and in
and
this
unity.
regard, which I think I can respectfully say, and therefore I don't really feel, even if there was, it wouldn't be competitive. I'd love to link up and collaborate with someone
Yeah.
if they were.
It shouldn't ever be competitive in any sort of area you're working in. Like, obviously, we're all in hip hop together. We all do music, and that's a big part of it too. Like people wig out about, oh no, this person's doing that, so I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, I don't give a fuck if we're doing the same thing, bro.
Mm.
You have something I don't. You don't have something I do, and vice versa. Like I don't have something that you do, and that's perfectly okay. Like unity. Like you're only gonna help each other grow, and as someone that buys into, like, not buys in, but like is into people doing shit together, I think that's dope. Like, oh, these two brands are collaborating, they're trying to build each other up. I'm way more invested in you.
Yeah,
If you're just
100.
getting pissy at someone for doing something similar, like, oh, nah, I'm doing my thing. No competition, brother, but like, we're doing our own thing.
You know exactly who I'm. I've had people come up to me and say that shit, and instantly when someone comes up to
There
me and
was a
says,
bit of cheek
"No
with that.
competition," you obviously know they think
Yeah.
that. But anyway, yeah.
There was a bit of cheek with that, but you know what I mean? Like, I wanted you to know what I'm talking
I know
about,
what
but
you're
you know,
talking about.
it's who gives a fuck? You're all trying to achieve the same end goal. Be happy. Be happy for each other, no matter what you're doing.
100%. And if people are doing dope shit, like, you know me, I will definitely, when we're like linking up, say if I think what someone's doing is like I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
I don't just like for whatever reason. Like
Bro,
if I
you
just,
have zero filter.
yeah, if I don't fuck
he
with
has
it,
no filter.
I would just say
Why
like I
should
don't
he?
fuck with how that person moves or how they talk or what they. And that's fucking fine. I'm entitled to my opinion. Like respect the grind, respect putting yourself
Yeah.
out there. But I don't fucking have to like everyone. I've got sick friends. I don't need to fucking make friends. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%.
But you do, though.
100%.
You do need to make friends.
oh well, yeah, I know, but I'm
already
just more
got
so
friends,
saying that in
Oscar.
the way of I don't need to come with every interaction like I have to be friends with them.
Oh, right.
Like
100%.
like I don't have to do. I definitely have been focused on that in the past, and then what it's done is it's fucking taken away from me and who I am because I'll fucking go against my values to befriend someone because I think I have to be
Yeah.
nice to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm still respectful, but I don't have to like have everyone on my shit, like and
Bro,
everyone can
yeah.
fucking relate to that, man. Even the ones that are saying not, I guarantee deep down
Yeah.
they feel that
no,
shit. Like,
definitely can't. Like, running these open mic nights. Oh, shit. But I'm like, running hip hop gigs and being in the hip hop scene, a lot of people want stuff out of you.
wait, why did you not say?
No, I did say it. I was just like, almost said names. But it was, you get a lot of people that come up and they want to do a gig through you.
Yeah.
I respect that you're doing stuff. Like, honestly, if you're doing something and you're trying to make your life better or you're artistically expressing yourself, that's awesome. I don't have to help you though, and I don't have to respect
Some
it.
people, what's the word? They think that they're granted. What's the word?
The world owes them something.
That's it. We
Yeah.
saw that recently with
Yeah.
that fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens a bit, and I've had people have go at me's mouth off,
Yeah.
have tantrums. Look, bro, I have enough respect here to say good job, and if you want to come to like an open mic, sick, I'll put you on. But I'm not gonna pay you to do a set in my business. No way. There's also people that I don't really know that I think are dope. I'm like, I want to help you out.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, my circle.
Yeah.
And like, I'll still see unity if we're all like, there's still unity if we're all doing stuff. But it'd be even doper if I don't have to help everyone.
Yeah.
Like, you go do your thing. I'll even give your event a share. I'll be like, everyone go to this gig, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I don't have to do the gig though. I don't have to put you on. And
But it's not like you think deeply about that. It's just like natural, and you know where you want to be.
Yeah, I
and you're
have
going to
my
help
beliefs.
as many people as you can along the way. You're going to be kind. You're going to empathize with their position and put them on if you can. But it's just everyone has a limit, and you just need to draw the line sometimes.
yeah, like I do think deeply about it when people get up in my face a bit sometimes about it, or I'll be getting like
For sure.
angry messages because I'm just like, oh, am I meant to be doing that for a second? Then I just like snap back into myself. I'm like, nah, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I don't have to help you. I don't have to do this.
It is.
You're
Yeah. There's
cool.
big expectation in everything. I feel people sometimes they get confused with like that community aspect where it's like, fuck yeah, we'll support you to do your shit. It doesn't mean that I've got to hold your hand and actually take you.
Exactly,
To
right.
fucking It means that like there is a sick space here where you can do your shit and people will fuck with it and they'll be like, man, he's doing some real cool shit. Not like, okay, do it. All right, man. So you know what I mean? Like there has to be some,
we just got to respect
automation.
each other.
Yeah.
Just got to respect
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
I'm not just waiting on other people. Like, it's why I actually had a lot of respect for Whitey from up Launceston doing his own gig, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
without saying names and shit, there's like a few boys up there that have just sooked and carried on. Not even just carried on, but just like been like, oh, nothing happens in Launceston. Got to go down to Hobart and just like nag Grills or nag me and Grace to do shit. But it was like, Whitey was like, fuck no, I'm doing a
Did his own
launch
thing.
in my own town.
Yeah, did his
Because
own
I
thing.
want to rep my town. I want to put it on. No one's done that in years.
Yeah, it's hard.
He
Just
did it himself.
taking the accountability, bro.
Yeah,
that's
taking the
key word.
As a
accountability on
community, we
yourself to go,
support it.
right, I want to do something. Okay, it hasn't been done in a bit. Oh, wait, fuck, I'm capable. I'm a human. I fucking can talk and communicate. I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah. And we all
We're seeing that
support
more
it.
now. I'm definitely seeing that more now. People are doing their own stuff. There's obviously always going to be in any community and shit, but I'm seeing like a lot more people are starting to tap in and just like doing their own shit. Like,
Yeah.
getting it done on themselves. Like, I don't know. I fucking really hate like relying on other people. Like it's sometimes you
too.
obviously have to, but that's why I kind of like to like run like 7-3. Obviously, always talk about like we us. It is, but when it comes to like a decision or if I have to get something done, like I always try to either like outsource someone to do it or have it kind of done by me. You know what I mean? So then like when you're relying on someone, like people will fucking let you down. Like, and like even in with back to the metal tags, bro, another reason why we had to push everything back was because they were late on arrival. And I was relying on these people, the manufacturers, when I paid fucking Express, lad, for these things. paid Express, the extra Express, and then they still didn't come. And like just having to rely on someone for something that's so fucking big. Obviously, sometimes you got to do it. It's happening, but that's, if I can, I'll always try and minimize that to the absolute max. I think Dane is here looking at the cameras because we've been talking shit for too long. But we would be like near wrapping up. This was only supposed to be a short sort of ep, like just a...
Yeah, but it's like us three.
It's like how we're normally young. And I think that's like, even speaking to the viewer, this is what like I want the podcast to be. Obviously, you know, I want to, if I have a guest on, or when I have a guest on, actually like go into a bit of their background and bring up that sort of stuff, and it won't just be as much as a yarn, or be a bit of Q&A aspect, yarning about their questions, but I want it to be like fucking autonomous. I want it to be authentic, you know. One thing I always have not liked when I've briefly watched podcast stuff
big podcast watcher,
is when someone like pulls out a clipboard, bro, on a podcast, and they've got like, or they're out on their phone and they've got these questions. I'm like, you don't even actually really give a fuck about this person. If you genuinely had like any interest in their life, these questions would be automatically coming. Yes, definitely do your research and stuff. But if you were interested in this person, you wouldn't need to whip out like, you know, when I'm talking to my missus, bro, I don't whip out a fucking clipboard and go, oh yeah, so how was your day?
I mean,
what did you eat for? You know what I'm saying?
I do
bro?
understand, like with some when it's more like interview sort of thing.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's good to make sure you know your shit and you're creating an honest conversation, because you might not know that person at all. So you know you want to have those dot points to remember as well, like having a memory thing. But as long as it's authentic, I agree with you.
Yeah, that. Authentic.
But I also do understand the dot point sort of standpoint, like. Because otherwise, there's just gonna be these podcasts where it's gonna be like,
that'll.
What you been doing, brother? Like, I
feel
watch you on social media, but I don't know
stuff. Obviously, you could have quite difficult guests at times, but if you're a good host, you should be able to like kind of. And I'm talking as if I've done this fucking heaps, but like I haven't. This is the first time. I had no idea if I'd even actually be able to fucking do this, and who knows? I don't have a guest, and that's the risk that I'm willing to take, you know. But I think completely forgot what I fucking... Guest? No, I meant like not the boys.
Let's do it. All right, we'll go home together.
I meant the boys, but I completely lost train of thought of what I was fucking even saying. So there you go.
An asshole.
Because I'm
authenticity.
These things happen. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. I wanted to do a short one. I don't even know how long it was. How long has it been filmed for? Oh, that's not bad.
Minutes. All right, we got 4 minutes to talk quick, shit. Bro. Let's go.
It goes quick. I guess if you're still watching up to here, next things that we can expect, I've got some guests lined up. I want to do obviously individual ones with the boys as well, especially with the project that Hermit's got coming up. Speaking more on that, and I think with Oscar as well, speaking about his interesting life, I'd love to go into all the crypto stuff as well. Not to actually talk about it, but to talk about the times where, you know, being young and having that sort of shit, I fucked that up.
We're going to talk about it.
But there's a lot to come. I don't know exactly when this will come out, but by then the teas will be out. If you want to cop a fucking tea, the tea supports obviously what we're doing here, but I think like it'll say it in itself what these tees represent. I don't need to sit here and fucking big them up. Like,
buy a t-shirt though. You know? The t-shirts are good. We love the t-shirts. Very comfy.
The next thing that we will be doing though is I dropped fucking tees in winter, which is a bit fried. But mind you, it gets really hot up here. Now next time we're doing exclusive here for Zip Up Hoodie. I love me Zip Up hoodies. Yeah. Nah, that was the first one, bro. That was it. Pretty much.
Whoa.
I don't even
It
know
still
how it
feels
went.
like-
It's gonna be weird watching this.
Yeah,
it
it
still
is, eh?
feels like
Oh,
practice, bro. It still feels like
Oh, hey.
practice. Like we've just been yarning and Dane's about to start the podcast. Like, all right, ready, go. Let's go. Let's do it. First episode.
But yeah, I guess the practice. Imagine if he's like, bro, I wasn't even recording.
We could still get another 2 podcasts out of us,
Just
bro.
sit here fucking yarning. The time goes quick on. I will definitely say that. That's one thing I have to be aware of. But to wrap it, that was the Headquarters podcast. Thanks for listening. The first episode, yarning with the boys. Fucking Headquarters. This is what it's gonna be. I'm keen to like
Creative
keep this shit
post-nut
going.
clarity.
Yeah, there we go. Creative post nut clarity. I'm gonna end it on that. Bang. Let's go.
We did it.
Love.
Good.